Hi, this is Catherine Roseanne with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting here with Stephen Bonacore and Paul and Cow from Stronghold, and they're here to talk about Great Western Trail.
Great Western Trail is a co-publication with SPIEL, great German designer. We're their strategic partner, so we're of course doing all their games, including this one. This one, if you're just starting to look at the game, first of all, with this amazing cover that's just in like a black and white sepia tone, by Alexander Pfister, who's got to be one of the hottest designers. He won Kenner Spiel des Jahres 2 years in a row. So as soon as he won it the second time, I said, I'm getting it into my great designer series. So this is one of them. So just absolutely gorgeous. And again, it's the SPIEL logo with us. We're proud to put them there because they do such a great job with all their games. We're going to have Paul take you through the high level. Keep it simple, Paul. We got things to talk about here.
Okay, great. So Alex designs all types of games. This is another heavy game similar to kind of what he did with Mombasa last year. It's thematically, it's about, herding cattle and taking cattle from Texas all the way to Kansas City.
And all the trials that you have along the way.
And along the way. So basically it's a very simple game, and it's very fast moving because you have basically one quick action on your turn. You're going to travel through the board, land on locations. Now I've just populated with the starting locations, which give you the ability kind of to build your engine along the way. You can drop off your cattle along the way in order to get some money, because you need money to do other things. But ultimately what you're trying to do is
to bring all your cattle from one area to another.
Yeah, you want the best herd of cattle at the very end when you get to Kansas City, and then ultimately based on their value, and you can only cash, you basically show your hand when you get to Kansas City. They're only interested in one of each unique type of cattle. So
you want the highest number in each one.
So in this case, I would get 7 points, and I would be able to send those cattle, the value, up to a location 7. So in that case, I'd go up to Colorado Springs as far as go. I don't actually move this.
Doesn't move.
Okay, but I'll have to pay. This is your engine. So basically, your locomotive is a locomotive is actually giving you access to cities. The thing about the game is there's 3 roles in the game. There's basically, you've got your cowboys. Can you see these? Cowboys, your engineers, and your craftsmen. So there's 3 things that you can use. You're basically hiring them from a pool on the side of the board, which has a variable cost. And this is also the game end timer. But ultimately, you're hiring 3 types of characters in the game, and they're each going to help you do different things in the game. The craftsmen are going to give you the ability to, if you can give me those chits there, to build your own buildings on the board. So the board starts and is seated with default neutral buildings. Exactly. And basically, these will be other locations that you can
access
use
and utilize.
And they'll have better actions that you can use on the board. So that's the craftsman. The engineer will give you access to cities that are further along the way, and the whole idea is to upgrade train stations along this whole route along the side here. The more engineers you have, the further access you'll have to some of those locations. So it's some competitiveness between players to get to those cities first. And then basically the cowboys, which is actually the core and where you're going to get most of your points.
Those are the ones who are moving your cattle for you, right?
Yeah, they're giving you access to upgrade and get more specialized cattle that are more valued. And so you're going to get basically a lot of victory points in the game based on the cattle that you recruit. There's a lot of hand management, almost kind of deck building in a sense, because you're constantly rotating through your deck and you may want to thin your deck out. So there's that mechanic that's in the game.
There's a deck building element, there's a worker placement element that you take the actions where you end up landing.
Yep.
So while the basic mechanics are simple and make sense, as Paul kind of mentioned, very deep. There's many paths to victory in this game. Another genius game by Alexander Pfister. I mean, he just really did amazing stuff with this.
How long does it take to play?
This is a usual, if you know the rules, probably 90 minutes, could be 2 hours in the first play. But like I said, it's a pretty easy, very scripted game. So it's pretty easy to get into, even if you're not a heavy gamer to
And how
start
many
with.
players?
It supports up to 4.
Up to 4.
2 to 4.
2 to 4.
Yeah, yep, 2 to 4 there.
Great, thank you so much. That is
Okay.
Great Western Trail from Stronghold.